All right, guys, our fourth and final principle is marketing. So as individuals come to my office and they learn, they all have usually the same things, the same struggles, the same problems going on in their business. One of them is they feel like they're at a ceiling. They're at like a cap of revenue coming into the business. And so I'll usually break down with these individuals, what is it? Why do you feel like there's a cap? Why do you feel like there's a ceiling on how much revenue is coming into the business? I'll ask them, I'll say, how many marketing channels do you have going out? 9 times out of 10, they have one marketing channel going out. That's it. They don't have multiple forms of marketing going out. They're usually all in on direct mail or they're all in on cold calling, but they're never really doing multiple marketing channels all at once. Now, guys, I will tell you the easy way, before I break all this down, the easy way to really stop having a cap or a ceiling on your business is to tell you, you have to deploy multiple marketing channels. You cannot live and die by one marketing channel. We're gonna break down the power behind this and why it's so crucial to have multiple marketing channels. And whatever those 3 are, great. You pick your 3. I'll share my 3 though by the end of this marketing segment. You're gonna know the powerful 3 that I use each and every day and why those powerful 3 are my most important 3 marketing channels. Even though we do more, I'm gonna share with you my top 3 so that you can go out there and just simply, instead of R&D as research and develop, R&D, rip off and duplicate. I want you to basically rip off and duplicate this whole marketing structure part so that you can go out and crush it. So let's go through this. First and foremost, understanding that all marketing channels, they're cyclical. Okay, what does cyclical mean? Meaning there's gonna be a high and there's gonna be a low in every marketing channel. So if you're doing direct mail, there's gonna be months where it's good and there's gonna be months where it's bad. With cold calling, if people are good on cold calling, there's gonna be months that are good and there's gonna be months that are bad. If you like digital marketing, like your PPC, SEO, Facebook, there's gonna be months that are good, and there's gonna be months that are bad. It's cyclical. Now, why do you need multiple marketing channels? It's because hopefully when one is down, the other one is up, so that you never feel a dead time in your marketing or in your business where you don't have leads coming in, you don't have deals coming in. Why? Because you have multiple marketing channels. Now, also to that point, different marketing speaks to different people. We all have different personality types. And so there's individuals that get a postcard. I don't care what someone writes on the postcard. It's ripped in the garbage. I never read them. And so it doesn't matter how good you get with your direct mail, I will never be the one that reads it. Now, if I thought that everyone thinks like Cody, I would fail miserably because there's individuals that do love direct mail. It is the one that is less stressed. They can kind of just read it without having to worry about they're talking to someone on the phone and what are they going to ask them. It's just a less stress approach to get someone to understand what is your message, what is it you're trying to accomplish with that postcard. So there's a bunch of different personality types. Let me share with you a story that was a real-time story. Like I said, I was co-founder of Wholesaling Inc. I coached a lot of people nationwide. I even coached a ton of people right here in my own market in Salt Lake City, Utah. And one of those individuals, I happened to go to my title company because they had a check for me. They couldn't wire it that day. And so I said, don't worry, I'm in the area. I'll come pick up the check. So I go to the title company and in there is one of my students. He is walking out when I'm walking in. And he says, oh my gosh, Cody, I have to thank you. I just walked out with my biggest deal I've ever done, $75,000. And I was like, whoa, that's a big deal. And so I said, show me the HUD. Let's see it. And I'm reading the HUD. And for 2 reasons. Because I was like, wanted to show how genuinely interested I was in him. Because I love seeing students win. The other reason was I also wanted to see the name on the HUD statement because I'm always intrigued. Did this guy get my marketing piece? And did this guy get it and not me? And so I always like to see, did we market? Were we aware that this guy had a home that was distressed or was in a distressed situation? So I end up going back to the office. I type in the name, and yes, he had received direct mail from us no less than 5 times, okay? So he's on our mail cycle, he is getting our direct mail, and he wasn't responding. Now, this student didn't get him from direct mail. He was cold calling, and he ended up calling this guy, and he says, hey, I know this is out of the blue, but you're the owner of this home. Would you consider selling it for cash? And the guy's like, you wouldn't want this home. This home is so trashed. It is garbage. In fact, I've received hundreds of postcards and I've never called any of them back because I'm telling you, you're wasting your time. This home is awful. Now, guys, to each one of us, That's like music to our ears. That doesn't even disturb us. That's like, oh, this is a good deal. This is a good individual we're talking to. He says, no, no, no. I would like to see it anyways, regardless of how bad the condition is. He's like, okay, well, really, I just need like 50 grand out of it, but I don't know why on earth you'd pay 50 grand for it. He ends up going to the home, putting it under contract for $50,000, and he assigned it like a few days later for $125,000, making $75,000 payday. Now, why do I share that story? Because he got that deal because he was cold calling. The guy had received hundreds of direct mail pieces, never once responded to him. But he did pick up the phone and he did have a conversation with one of my students, and he ended up killing it and making a lot of money on one deal because that marketing channel spoke to that seller more than direct mail. So we have to get all of the marketing channels out there. You cannot just live and die like the NBA teams. Every now and again, I have to bring up the Jazz because I'm from Utah. We live and die by the three. When the three is off, we lose. When the three is on, we win. We live and die by the three. We got to make sure that we're not living and dying by any one marketing channel. Make sure multiple marketing channels are going out so that you can have highs. When one's low, another one's high. When one's low, the other one's high. So have multiple channels. And then I'm going to break down right now the 3 most profitable and our biggest ones that bring in our most revenue so that you can go out there, and if you're not using them, these are ones that you can move forward with confidence because they literally are our favorite and biggest return on investment marketing channels that we use right now. Our first one is direct mail. Now guys, I'm not going to go into a full depth of all about all this, but I will tell you, just keep it simple. Direct mail should be simple and it should be consistent. We usually just use like a white postcard with black handwritten font, and it's just a simple message that they have to read. We don't put pictures all over the place. We don't put pictures of for sale signs or people receiving cash and they're excited. We don't do any of that. It's just a simple white postcard, handwritten font that just basically says, hey, my name's Cody. I'm interested in your home at 123 Main Street for a fair cash offer. Give me a call. God bless. And then I put my contact number on there. I don't put a picture of me. I don't put a picture of a home with cash flying out the windows. I don't do any of that. Why? I want to keep it simple because people don't want to be sold to. They don't want to be sold to. But yet every one of us, we're buyers. So you got to make sure you just keep it simple so people have to read it. It's no different than when you receive a postcard and there's a spider upside down dead. You know you're being marketed. You're trying to be sold on pest control. So you just rip it and you throw it away. But when it's simple and you just don't know if is it a wedding announcement? Is it from the church? Is it from the scouts? Like, what is this from? They have to read it. That's when you know you have great marketing happening, when they have to read your message because they don't know what it's about, who it's from until they read the message. Get your eyes on your message. Keep it simple and keep it consistent. We try to keep them in a mailing cycle of every 7 to 10 weeks. So direct mail still continues to produce a ton of revenue for us. The second one is digital marketing. Digital marketing is I call it the trifecta, the holy grail. That is PPC, which is pay-per-click, SEO, which is search engine optimization, and the third one is Facebook. So those 3 all fall under digital marketing. If you're not in digital marketing, you are sorely missing out on a ton of revenue. We do well over a couple $1 million every single year from digital marketing alone. Digital marketing is our hotspot. We love it. We do a lot of it because people are going to the internet these days. And I think we think that, oh no, it's only the young people on the internet. We have individuals that are 60s, 70s, 80s going on their computer, filling out web forms, letting us know that they want to sell their home. There may be a problem or there may be a distress situation. They're letting us know on these web forms that they're filling out. So all ages are going to the computer, going to the internet. People out there are smarter than you think. If you're not investing in it, you are sorely missing out. My third one is relationship management. So what does that mean? Relationship manager, we have an individual on our team that their whole focus is just structuring JV deals with other wholesalers. So there's so many wholesalers out there. Guys, have an abundant mindset. Don't have this narrative that they're all competition. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't look at other wholesalers' competition. Look at a way to collaborate with them. There's going to be a time where they're going to need your help, and vice versa, you're going to need their help. They may have cash buyers you don't have, and vice versa. You might have cash buyers they don't have. Build a massive cash buyers list so that you can go out to these individuals that are wholesaling in your neighborhood, in your state, that find a great deal. They put it under contract at the correct price, but they can't move it because they don't have a buyer. Be the individual that is always building relationships with these individuals, with other wholesalers, so that when they come across a hard time when they can't move a property, the first person they think of is you and your team. That's what we want a relationship manager doing. We want him omnipresent, always talking, always visiting every local real estate investor association meeting, going to every meetup, just so you can be a friend to everyone out there. Help people, serve people. It may not equate to a deal that day. It's okay. We're in this game for the long haul. We want to make sure people understand that we love them, we're going to serve them, and one day they're going to need further help from us. They're going to think of us. JV deals, simple. The other one is hosting your own meetups. So that relationship manager hosts meetups here in our office. They're free of charge. He puts out there a Facebook post, and now they just start inviting other people. Oh my gosh, I went to this meetup last Wednesday. It was amazing. They're doing it next month again. You really should come. They give awesome content. They teach you how to do this, and it's all for free. And that group just keeps growing, growing, and growing. In fact, I'm going to be speaking at one in the time of this recording. I'm speaking at one tomorrow that has over 200 individuals RSVP'd. And this is a meetup, not a local real estate investor association. This is a lunchtime meetup, and they can get big. They can get really big. Do you know what that means? A lot of individuals that you can build relationships with so that you can start doing joint venture deals, these JV deals, so you can start splitting 50-50 on the deals that they can't move. You don't have to find them. You don't have to market for them. You just have a buyer for them, and you're going to get paid handsomely for bringing that solution to those other wholesalers that can't move it. The other one, guys, you got to remember, there is a point. Right now we're in a bull market. There's going to be a point where this market is going to drop. Be aware of that. This is a time for you to start prepping, understanding the MLS, the power of the multiple listing service that the real estate agents use. And this is something that's going to be coming back into play. For so many years, we haven't found deals on the MLS. I get it. So you're probably telling me like, there's no deals on the MLS. Guys, we've recently done a handful of deals on the MLS because you're starting to see days on market, how long homes sitting on market, it's starting to increase. That's a good sign of being able to find some deals on the MLS. It's only going to get worse. There's going to be a correction. There's going to be a time where the market does slide back down. And at that point, you got to be ready for getting offers out through just a simple MLS. So we have our guy right now working deals right now on the MLS. We've already done a handful, and we know more and more are going to be coming because there is going to be a shift in the marketplace. So be aware of that. How can you have an abundant mindset? How can you be aware of other wholesalers around you so you can start doing deals with them, not seeing them as competition, but to collaborate with them and to be able to help them get to the closing line using your buyer's list, but you're going to get paid handsomely for. Working with other real estate agents, working on putting in offers that exist on the MLS. These are all relationship manager roles and responsibilities that my team member's doing, and he's crushing it. So 3 awesome marketing channels that we do. But more importantly, if you're not having more than one marketing channel going, that's that roller coaster you're feeling. I'm doing good, I'm doing bad. I'm doing good, I'm doing bad. You'll take the bad out when you have more marketing channels going at the same time. So deploy 2 minimum, but I would suggest deploy 3, and you'll start to see the beauty. One last tip, and this is a pro tip, and that is give every marketing channel 6 months to see the fruit or the value behind that marketing channel. Too many times we get in there and we go for a month or 2 months or 3 months and then we give up. It's not returning what we said, what we thought it'd return. It's not doing as good as what we thought it was doing. It's because you haven't given it enough time. Any marketing channel, direct mail, cold calling, digital marketing, relationship manager, any marketing channel that you start, give it 6 months before you start to see the real fruit, the real joy behind each marketing channel. Guys, hopefully that marketing segment helped for you. Get out there, start deploying those marketing dollars, and get more leads coming in.